Hi everyone, this is Amanita. So I wanted to do a video walking through how I interview a deck because this is a new deck. I do this for oracles, I do this for tarot decks, I do this for any deck, even a playing card deck I would. So I just wanted to walk you through my process of interviewing a deck to get to know how the deck is best to use and how it functions. And so I do a 6-card spread with the deck to get to know it a little. So first card, I have the deck introduce itself, and then I have it introduce me, and then I have it introduce how we can work together. I have then the deck introduce, say, its strengths and then its weaknesses and the outcome of us working together. So when I work with the deck, what will it bring? What will be the outcome of it? So we give it a good shuffle because it is new, and I also have a flip through of the deck on my channel, so make sure to subscribe and look at the rest of the videos on my channel as I upload readings, and I have a lot of flip throughs, so there might be a deck that you're interested in. So we have the first card, the deck introduces itself, and it introduces up as the Chimera, which is kind of the card where I was like, this is not usual, and this is like 3 beings in one. I don't know what a Chimera is, I've never even heard of it, but this is a very fierce looking creature. So this deck kind of does encompass a lot of different aspects of reality then into one. And how the deck introduces me, the deck is introducing me as horse. These horses look very ambitious to me, like they look very powerful, like they're moving forward. Even though like they look like they are on reins. Like this one looks like it's struggling, like, but it's pushing through really. And it's at night in darkness, and they're black horses. This is how I work with the deck. The crab, this is getting your emotions involved, being vulnerable where needed. So the crab just really makes me think of Cancer, of course, and I see the pearls in here. So working with this deck it's kind of a deck that you come to when you feel like you have gone through a lot and you need a place of comfort and a place of safety. Having the pearls in here, because the way pearls are formed, they're formed under a lot of stress, but they produce something very beautiful. So maybe like coming to this deck to see the beauty in anything. And if you're like you're suffering or you're having a hard time, you can see the beauty in it and what it's really making you to be, what it's turning you into. The strengths of the deck is Fox, and when I was flipping through the deck, I loved this card. It makes me think like of has a lot of tradition behind it, like it has a lot of wisdom and ancient customs behind it. And I do know, I think I remember her saying that it does kind of delve into different mythologies and stuff, and that's what really makes me think of when I see the fox. Like I think of different cultures and ancestry and stuff like that. So it does encompass a lot of different cultures. The weaknesses are the sun, which is interesting because we have, so okay, like you don't come to this deck if you're feeling like, and the sun, with the falcon and seeing like that aspect, it reminds me of that sense of like oneness and one-pointedness, and with the moon is like the reflection, and the sun, you wouldn't come to this deck if you're feeling, like if you're feeling good. This is a deck that is showing like the many of the one. So this isn't a deck that is going to be like straightforward. It's more right brain. It's more, foxes are very tricky. So this deck isn't like a one-pointed type of deck. And I can also think I could use, like, it could be a deck that to use with other decks as well. But, you know, it's not the one thing. It has so many different things going for it. It's the sun and the moon, so it's not... The moon is just much more introverted and mysterious than the sun. So that's what I get with that. And the outcome is the bat, and to me this is like seeing in the darkness too, with the bat. Like when I work with this deck, I'm going to be able to see in the darkness. I'm going to be able to kind of communicate telepathically with different ancestry and cultures and beings and like the spirits of the animals and the places. The bat too, it is about seeing. I feel like this is really seeing what's hidden. So with this is like, this is a deck very earthy. Of course, it's called Sacred World Oracle, so it's helping you with the seeing the as above, so below type of thing. And so it's not just going to show you like God, like it's not just going to show you that. It's going to show you forms which the one is in the many type of thing, and you're going to be able to see that essence in everything when you use the deck, even in the darkest times. And yeah, so that's basically what the deck is kind of saying. I do kind of look at I want to see how it introduces itself as the Chimera, because I don't really know what that is. Compromise between opposites, balance, finding a way to bring it all together, creativity. And that's how the deck is introducing itself, which we really got at that already. So the Chimera card suggests the opportunity to find union between seemingly disharmonious parts of yourself. How can you see creative compromise? The Chimera itself was composed of different animals. It was described by Homer as part lion, part serpent, and part goat. Today, the word chimera is used to describe a fantastical hybrid creature. In Greek mythology, Chimera was the daughter of Echidna, a giant serpent with the head of a beautiful nymph and his loathsome 100-headed mate, Typhon. Zeus killed the evil Typhon, but spread Echidna and her monstrous offspring, including Chimera, so that they may test the mettle of future heroes. Chimera finally met her match in the hero Bellerophon, who was able to vanquish her with the assistance of Athena, which is wisdom. So interesting how... So it is like that, bringing it all together. This deck is very good, creative, bringing it all together. And let's also read the outcome, because I feel like that's... So I want to know what it says. So I've already got my interpretation, but I do want to know what how the guidebook speaks to. It's good to test out your guidebook. Looking beyond fear, unexpected transformation, and good fortune. So that's the bat, nocturnal life, and it tells you a lot about mythologies as I'm scanning through here. What it's like in different cultures, what the bat is. I want to read the crab because why not? Why not read the crab? Feeling vulnerable, seeking hidden value, caution, indirectness. So that is how we work with the deck. Self-protective. creature. In mythology, the crab is best associated with the constellation astrology sign Cancer, ruled by the moon. Cancerians are concerned with comforts and treasures of the home. Maybe time to look inward and find hidden treasures, revealing their inner uncertain as what they may be. Allow your inner values to guide you. So, yeah, that's kind of how this deck is reading. And at the bottom is Frog, which reminds me of clairvoyance and cleansing, is what I thought of right away. Releasing with the frogs, bringer of rain. So for me personally, I get this deck like naturally. It makes sense to me, the associations, and that's anyway how I go about interviewing the deck. So you can try this out yourself. And yeah, this is a Sacred World Oracle that I'm using for this particular interview. You can do this for any deck, and leave me a comment on what you think of the deck, and I'll see you in my next video.